Hi, Reece. Well, Daddy's taking care of Seamus. He wanted to read your favorite book, Reece and the Silent Slumber Party. For my daughter Reece, you are the light of my life, and I will always treasure our silent slumber parties. It's 7:58 p.m. Reece's bedtime is fast approaching, but Reece is not ready to go to bed just yet. She wants to continue playing. Time for bed, Reece, Daddy utters. So let's brush our teeth, grab our bunny, and say our prayers. Reece listens to her daddy, brushes her teeth, and grabs her bunny. But Reece is too excited to go to bed. She stops at the bathroom door. Reece, Daddy says with a slight inflection, it's time for bed. Okay, Daddy, Reece says with a sly grin. Reece looks at her daddy, plants her feet, and with excitement yells, let's race to my room. Okay, we'll start on the count of 3, Daddy quietly tells Reece. Daddy whispers 1, 2, but before Daddy can finish, Reece speeds off. Triumphantly, Reece enters her bedroom first. I win, Reece yells. I'm super fast. Yes, you are, honey, the fastest, Daddy responds with a smile. But you have to be quiet because your mom and brother are sleeping. Reece notices that Daddy does not want to continue playing and asks, do I really have to go to bed now? Can I stay up just a little longer? Yes, honey, it's bedtime. Come on, I'll tuck you in, Daddy says in a caring tone. Reece's smile fades, turning into a frown. She holds her bunny tight and asks her daddy, why can't I stay up? I'm a big girl, aren't I? Yes, you are, a very big girl, in fact. But even big girls need their rest, responds Daddy. Okay, Daddy, Reece says, but it's not fun being quiet at night. Reece turns over and lets out a sigh. As Daddy turns off the lights, he pauses, looks at Reece, and says, I forgot to tell you something. What? Reece asks as she sits up in bed. Daddy turns on a lamp on the dresser and sits on Reece's bed. We can have a silent slumber party, Daddy confidently states. You mean we get to have a party right here in my room, Reece asks. Yes, but it's a silent slumber party, which means we have to have quiet fun, Daddy responds. Reece is confused. How can you have fun and be quiet, Reece asks. I'll show you, Daddy responds. Well, what do you do at a slumber party, he inquires. Well, you do lots of things, Daddy, Reece exclaims, like drink tea, dance, and braid hair. Well, I'm sure we can do all of that at our silent slumber party, Daddy says. Reece, close your eyes and count to 30. When you open your eyes, I'll take you to the party. Reece starts counting. 1, 2, 3. Daddy jumps to his feet. Daddy opens the closet and grabs a blanket, some pillows, and a pair of sheets. 5, 6, 7. He places the blanket on the floor, the pillows on top of the blanket, and pulls the sheets from the bed to the dresser, making a tent. 13, 14, 15. Daddy gathers Reece's favorite animals and arranges them in a circle, saving a place for the special guest of honor, Reece. 21, 22, 23. Finally, Daddy places Reece's teapot, cups, and saucers in the circle, just as he hears Reece jubilantly and loudly whisper, 30. Reece opens her eyes, looks around her room, and can't believe what she sees. Wow! Daddy, are we going to have a slumber party right now? Reece asks. Yes, dear. I'm going to show you just how much fun you can have at a silent slumber party. Daddy takes Reece by the hand and escorts her to the gathering. Reece, you're just in time for tea, Daddy says in a low voice. Reece sits under the makeshift tent between her stuffed bunny and her puppy guests as Daddy pours her a cup of pretend tea. Reece takes a sip. This is really tasty tea. I love strawberry, Reece whispers to Daddy. I'm glad you like it. I made it just for you, Daddy says, and they both smile. After they finish their tea, Daddy stands and quietly asks Reece, care to dance, milady? I'd love to, Daddy, Reece responds. She gets up, steps on her daddy's feet, and holds her daddy's hands. Daddy and Reece dance and roll around Daddy's room. Reece softly giggles as Daddy spins her in a circle. Both Reece and Daddy gently laugh as they sit down in their makeshift tent. This is so much fun, Reece says in a low voice. I love silent slumber parties. I knew you would, honey, Daddy responds as he braids Reese's hair. What do you think? Daddy asks as he holds up a mirror. I think you look beautiful. Amazing, Reece whispers. It's your turn. My turn, Daddy replies. Yes, Daddy, it's time to braid your hair too. Reece skillfully braids a lock of her daddy's hair, holds up the mirror to Daddy's face, and proudly displays her work. Now you look beautiful too, Reece quietly states. Dad approvingly smiles and gives Reece a hug. Daddy, I think I'm ready to go to bed now, Reece says gently. Will you fly me to bed? Of course, honey, Daddy replies as he picks Reece up and places her in her bed. Daddy pulls the cover over Reece, tucks her into bed, and together they say their prayers. Thank you for the slumber party, Daddy, Reece whispers with a smile. You're welcome, honey. Good night, Daddy whispers back. Daddy turns off the dresser lamp and is at the door when Reece says, I love you, Daddy. I love you too, honey, Daddy replies. Can we have another silent slumber party tomorrow? Reece asks. We sure can, Daddy says. As Daddy leaves the room, Reece drifts off to sleep. That's Reece and Daddy. I love you, baby. I hope that you have a good night, and I can't wait to see you soon.